I want to know why people can't lose weight. What's the nutrient they're missing?
There's 3 reasons why the majority of people can't lose weight.
I have a feeling he won't say anything about calories, but let's see where it goes.
So the number one reason is for because of insulin resistance, and the majority of popular opinion is that insulin is primarily responsible for lowering blood sugar. That's actually not true. It is responsible for lowering blood sugar, but it's not the primary role of insulin. The primary role of insulin is to block any other form of energy use in the body.
Okay, so we hit it right out the park with the very first one by just making up shit, saying that insulin resistance is the #1 problem for not losing weight. You shouldn't be able to be obese and have insulin sensitivity, right? In this research article, they found obese group insulin sensitivity almost identical as those in the normal weight group. And it takes some kind of confidence to just dictate the role of insulin outside of all other medical literature. So he talks about the body being able to only use one energy source at once, but here's the thing. This is a fucking complicated picture, and guess what? It's using everything all the time. It's not completely preventing one to the other. It's not an on and off switch. It's a continuum. And the body will go through all of it throughout the whole day. And you know what it comes down to? The fucking thing he'll never talk about, which is the calorie balance at the end of a 24-hour period.
People think that fat makes you fat. That's patently false. Sugar makes you fat. Like, we really have to stop blaming the butter for what the bread did.
Okay, so what did the bread do exactly? And let's be specific to maybe whole grain bread, because if we look at whole grain intake and all-cause mortality, there was an inverse association with whole grain intake and total cause specific mortality, particularly strong and robust for cardiovascular disease mortality. You know, inverse means the more you have, the less of a risk. And what did the butter do exactly? In this research article, they showed this cohort study, higher butter intake was associated with an increased risk of mortality. So it was worse. Hopefully, you know, I don't like to be dogmatic. In this meta-analysis, comparing a low-carb diet to a low-fat diet, and remember, a meta-analysis is a study of many studies. Over 24 hours, the risk of metabolic disease and weight loss are the same. So again, it's going to come down to this. For the record, I don't think everything Gary Brecka says is absolutely ridiculous, but he does love to position himself as a bit of a scientific expert, but doesn't believe in the scientific process. So really caution people who won't say the word calories, because I'm willing to bet they're going to make you believe that there's a very specific way that's going to be super inconvenient for your lifestyle, whereas I encourage more simplicity for long-term weight loss for you.